Hello YouTube, I'm Jay, and today I just wanted to do a little troubleshooting video for my Maverick mods. I went into my roommate's gun last night because the timing was off. I did all the advanced mods for it. I put the spring in the front of the turret. I put the rubber band to increase the seal, but because of that added drag, it was not firing correctly, and we're not maximizing the potential of it. So I went in and opened it up, and I took the plunger tube apart, and the O-ring had stretched out. Again, this was the second time that this has happened to his Maverick, so I'd imagine that my O-ring is going to stretch out as well. So I was like, oh crap, what am I going to do? You know, I'm out of spare O-rings. And then I realized I've been watching some of Lord Draconical's videos about making your own barrels for things, and I watched the one that he did for the Scout, where he made a brass barrel and he just E-taped around it, and that created the seal. And I thought, you know what? Why don't I just do that with a stock Maverick barrel? And here's what I ended up doing. It took some messing around to get the width of it right, and I ended up taping down the entire barrel because there's these channels that run across here and that keep it from making a really good seal. So now it's making like an 80 or 90% seal as opposed to like a 10% seal, and that's really maximizing the effectiveness of the air. Not to mention that my roommate has the 6-kilogram spring from Orange Modworks, and if you'll see, this is me trying to press it down, and I have a stock Maverick spring right here. Give me a minute. And the difference is pretty noticeable. It's just a thicker gauge wire. I'm going to press this down. I can do that all day. This is freaking ridiculous. But we weren't really maximizing the potential of it because the timing was so off. So I ended up taking the spring out of the front completely, and that's fine. That actually did not reduce the effectiveness of the seal, and I made sure that the rubber band was almost flush with the plastic. That's what you want, because otherwise it puts a lot of drag on the barrel. And I put grease on the back of the turret here, but even with that, the timing was still off. So so what I did was I just really greased this up, and it definitely has some drag when you're sliding it. However, when it fires, especially with the 6-kilogram, it's absolutely ridiculous. And we were range testing it last night. My roommate walked out into the hallway at like 3 in the morning, because that's when I do my best work, and he just fired them off, and he used my Maverick, which has a stock spring in it, as a comparison. And my Maverick at shoulder length or shoulder height, you know, flat, parallel to the ground, it was getting maybe 25-30 feet. And then he fired his, and his parallel to the ground shoulder height was getting at least 50 feet, which is ridiculous for a Maverick. I'm incredibly impressed with the seal on this. So my eureka moment was really that the air, you know, the quality of the seal really can make or break a modification. If you don't have a good air seal, you're not going to maximize the potential of your gun. So I haven't seen anyone else do this with a stock Maverick barrel thing. I don't know the technical term for it anymore. I can't think yet. It's a little early in the morning. But I'm really pleased with it. I also have, I've upgraded from my crappy felt pad thingy to Ace Hardware adhesive felt pads, and I think I've got 2 in here, and that really dampens the blow, especially with the 6-kilogram spring, which can be purchased right here from Orange Modworks. And Orange Modworks is an awesome site. They've got great stuff. I have a 6-kilogram spring coming, which now, because I learned how to do this, I'm really excited for. It's a much more powerful. I'm really impressed with the ranges. It's ridiculous. I could not believe it. from our door to the end of the hallway, it's maybe 60 feet, and we were hitting the back wall. So, and that was flat. That wasn't even at an angle, so it's just ridiculous. So I'm really impressed. I'm going to go ahead and do the same seal mod for mine. And so I found that the spring in the front of the turret is not necessary. You don't need that. And because my roommate has the 6 kilogram spring in his Maverick, I took out the pennies. You don't need that, believe me. And I made sure that the trigger catch was doubled up and that I ground down the trigger catch more so that there's more surface catching the plunger tube. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. My channel has over 1,000 views now. All my videos, I'm really excited. Means I must be doing something right. If you like what you see, let me know. I'll do more videos. I'm really excited. I've got some projects coming up just to clue you in on some stuff that's going to be in the works, especially over Christmas vacation, that kind of stuff. I sent a little shout out on Facebook to all my friends back home and was asking if they had any Nerf guns that they didn't want, and I forgot that my neighbor from when we were kids, my neighbor had a long shot, and he actually commented on my status and said, yeah, I'll give you my guns. And I'm like, you have a long shot, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yes. And so I will be working on a long shot. It'll be my first long shot modification. I'll be sure to do a tutorial. I'm going to paint it. I'm probably going to do either a front gun or a Maverick integration. I'm thinking now, because of this better seal mod that I did, I might be doing a Maverick integration, just because the range is so incredible. But I love the look of the front gun, so I'm going to be painting it. I'm debating whether or not I'll have the tools to do a brass breech. I might try an angel breech. It'll be my first time, so it'll be trial and error. But from the other tutorials I've seen, I think I've got it pretty good. If you want to see the original angel breech video, it's by Forsaken Angel. I forgot the number on his YouTube channel, but I'll post the link right here. Also, Lord Draconical does a pretty good mod video about the angel breech. But I would like to do my own. I'm just really excited to get my hands on a long shot. And the other thing that's going to be in the works, probably sooner than the long shot, sooner than my long shot, is actually that my roommate also ordered a long shot from eBay. We found one for like 40 bucks. It was a steal. He also has on the way the full metal internals for his Recon, which is, I'm already ecstatic about. I'm super excited. I cannot wait. It's gonna be cool. So I'll be sure to do a video on that. So Orange Modworks, you can check out their site here. You can order the spring here. And be sure to subscribe. So thanks for watching. One last thing I will say is that with the priming bar, as far as that goes, that's probably the flimsiest part of the blaster. So really be careful, especially with the upgraded spring. I would highly recommend padding the plunger for this one, because now the plunger tube stops before the priming bar, and the last Maverick of mine that broke, it broke right at the little priming bar, and when I took it out, it was actually bent, and the plastic holder piece for it was cracked. So on all the subsequent Mavericks that I've worked on, I've made sure to use Loctite super glue and hot glue on one side to reinforce the little plastic holders for the priming bar. And because of the felt pads, now it stops it for it. So yeah. So remember, modding can damage the internals of the gun, can shorten the life of the blaster. So mod at your own risk. If you don't feel comfortable at any point, find someone who is doing whatever it is you need to do. If you're using power tools, always wear protection. Stay safe, stay fun, and keep nerfing.